This episode is about 10 reasons to work for McKinsey and 6 reasons not to. Look, we get it. McKinsey's amazing. We are the ones to shout it from the mountaintops. We believe it wholeheartedly. But there are certainly reasons that you also shouldn't want to work for McKinsey. And understanding what you're getting yourself into will help prepare and steel you for the preparation process that's ahead. If you're interested in breaking into McKinsey, make sure you listen to this episode before you start the process. If you're a prospective management consultant, chances are very high that working for McKinsey is on the top of your list. I mean, McKinsey is an amazing firm, top global reputation, incredible growth, focus on the right things at the right time in the right organizations. However, some of the news recently hasn't been so rosy for McKinsey. Of course, they've had a few big settlements for insights that they drove for organizations. And in 2023, they actually laid off some folks after unprecedented hiring boom, which is why in this episode, we're going to talk about 10 reasons to work for McKinsey, but also 6 reasons not to. We think it's important that you have a balanced approach when you're thinking about applying to, investing in, and going for a job at McKinsey. Let's dive in. There are lots of pros and lots of cons of consulting at McKinsey. In fact, there are 10 reasons why working for McKinsey is amazing. First, the work is challenging. When companies need the best, they call McKinsey. A great parallel is in the law world. If you have the most challenging case that's ever been seen in front of a court, you're going to call the most experienced lawyer. And McKinsey is that firm in the consulting realm. When people need the best, they call them the best, and they call McKinsey. That means that your work at the firm is going to be high profile and also extremely challenging. Number 2, McKinsey hires exceptional people. McKinsey has a resume screen. They don't even look at cover letters. And then they do the most rigorous interviews in the case interview process. That process leads to incredible, exceptional people working for McKinsey, which are your peers, your advisors, your mentors, and everyone around you. Ask anyone at McKinsey what the best part of the job is, and they'll almost always say, it's the people. The people at McKinsey are amazing. Number 3, at McKinsey, you have top-notch clients, the best of the best, the brand names across multiple industries. So not only do you have amazing experience, but you're working with top-rated firms in every specific industry. Not only their hardest problems, but also the best firms, the winners in the market. And that gives you the experience to shape the future for the winners, not just people who are trying to catch up. Number 4, amazing exit opportunities. Having McKinsey on your resume opens up unlimited opportunities for you in the future. In fact, it's one of the only jobs in the world where after doing it, you have more jobs available to you than before. Many people are getting trained in skills and experience that narrows their job opportunities, not at McKinsey. These exit opportunities come through the McKinsey network, but they also come through people who have worked with people that are from McKinsey before. And so it's not just directly McKinsey, but it's also McKinsey adjacent opportunities. Number 5, professional growth. McKinsey invests heavily in professional growth. Many Fridays, you'll have professional growth opportunities. You'll have webinars you can go to. They do extensive reviews. You have a mentor. You have a sponsor. You have people who are working with you through your entire process at McKinsey, and they are rapidly challenging you to take on the next role. McKinsey is an up or out culture, but they want you to be up, not out. And so they're going to support you all along the way. You'll feel like you're in a rapid fire growth mode when you're at McKinsey, and that is an amazing professional opportunity that you should not pass up. Number 6 is personal growth. Look, if you think professionally McKinsey is challenging, it's going to stretch the borders of your capacity. And personally, you'll need to find ways and measures and means to balance what you do in work and what you do outside. You'll probably exercise more. I know I did when I was in consulting. I was really active in triathlons. You'll think about how to calendar people who are really important to you into your life when normally you might have relied on that just being more fluid. You're going to actually structure processes that are going to set you up for a lifetime of success and leadership. And that personal growth is going to be incredibly rewarding, very valuable, and is a reason alone to pursue a company like McKinsey. Number 7, outside of standard professional development, really focus on skills and experiences. There's amazing mentorship and feedback cycles at McKinsey. So the focus is not just on how you become better at Excel, but the focus is on how you become better at leading people, how you're better at communicating, how you're better at balancing frustration and emotions. And your mentors are really going to walk you through that process. You're also going through feedback on multiple fronts every cycle. So going through that feedback is going to be incredibly helpful too. Number 8, come on, compensation and perks has to be one of the reasons that you join McKinsey. You'll be one of the highest paid people in any professional services field. You have the opportunity to fly all over the world and McKinsey will pay for it. They're going to pay for your training. You're going to have these boondoggle experiences in many fun and fabulous places. McKinsey has great compensation, amazing perks, incredible benefits, so many in fact that you can barely use it all while you're there. Number 9, McKinsey actually is large enough that you're also able to focus on a specialty. Working for McKinsey gives you the ability to focus on a specialty area. So whereas other firms will keep you as a generalist, McKinsey actually allows you, and in some cases really desires, that you become a specialist in a specific area. This gives you the opportunity to find something that you love, double and triple down on it, and really become great at it over time. Number 10, we've already talked about McKinsey's exit opportunities, but have we mentioned that they have some of the best alumni experiences in the whole world? Look, you'll never have to worry about a job, but also you're going to have a McKinsey friend in almost every environment that you go into. Many have said that their McKinsey network is stronger even than their business school network, and that's saying something. So it's pretty remarkable that McKinsey offers such a great alumni base at the top of so many companies, organizations, even government organizations. And your opportunity, when you've thought like McKinsey and been trained like McKinsey, to work for these leaders of industry is limitless.
Hey, Strategy Simplified, it's Japheth quickly popping in to let you know that you can work with our MBB team via one-on-one interview coaching. That's right, you can join our Black Belt Case Prep program for 8 hours of structured one-on-one coaching. Also, you'll get resume and cover letter edits and an online prep curriculum. This curriculum includes over 600 practice cases, includes 9 video courses, unlimited math, structure, and brainstorming drills, and a lot more. Learn more and register for Black Belt via the link in this episode's show notes. Okay, let's get back to the show.
Now look, McKinsey is amazing, but there are not all great reasons to work for McKinsey. Of course, there are some cons too, and it wouldn't make sense for us just to present the good stuff because you need to go in eyes wide open in order to have a fulfilling experience. Let's walk through the 6 reasons that you should not work for McKinsey. Number 1, the work is stressful. You're going to stay up late. They're going to tell you that it's wrong. It's going to be frustrating, hard, difficult, a crush, and you'll never feel like you have enough time. That stress can really bear a toll on you. So understand that if you haven't thrived in stressful environments before, McKinsey is not the place for you to work. Number 2, politics. And I don't mean Republican, Democrat politics. I mean corporate politics. Look, McKinsey's a large firm. Globally, thousands of employees. That means that you have corporate matrices and politics that will always be at play. Are there favorites? Yes. Will you be one of them? Who knows? It's a really challenging thing to learn to navigate corporate politics. And though McKinsey does a lot of things with analytics and other ways to balance it out and to really create fair playing fields, politics are a part of the job at McKinsey. You need to be ready to go in, navigate it, and go out on the other side unscathed. Number 3, long hours. Of the top 3 consulting firms, you will work the longest and the hardest at McKinsey. You will work fast. You will work deep. You will go solidly into each one of the experiences. And that work is going to make you better, but it's going to take a long time. So just get ready for what you're signing up for. Number 4, you really lack the implementation focus. Look, McKinsey has even advanced their implementation practice over the last 15 years since we first started focusing on McKinsey, Bain, and BCG. But still, McKinsey is not known for its excellence or its expertise in implementation. They're known for strategy. And so if you like to get things done, you're going to find yourself sometimes frustrated at McKinsey. You're going to have ideas about what to do. You're going to make recommendations, but you're not necessarily going to be in the middle of the action. So make sure that you're ready for understanding that your focus is on strategy, not on implementation. Number 5, McKinsey has some cultish thinking. Look, I know that's a pretty strong sentiment, but let me explain. McKinsey is proud of who they are. They demand things like the McKinsey way of doing things, and they're incredibly focused on their brand, on sustaining a cohesive experience with clients. But that, of course, has a downside. If you're an original thinker, sorry, it's the McKinsey way or the highway. If you have a new idea for what can be done, maybe over time, but probably not. You have to recognize that you're going up against an organization that has thought about every single thing that it does. They may not be right, but they're sure. And sometimes there's a really hard difference to navigate between the two. Finally, there's a lack of creativity at McKinsey. While a firm like BCG really prides itself on its creativity and innovation and tailored approach to every project, McKinsey has a structure, a process, rinse, and repeat. And look, it's amazing. It works. Their experts are able to handle multiple cases. They are the renowned experts in many different fields. There's nothing wrong with the way that McKinsey does it, unless you want to do something entrepreneurial, unless you want to break the mold, unless you think that this problem really doesn't actually need to be solved in the way that the other ones were, because the world is different, or the framework is different, or something that we can't yet see in the data is happening. Sorry, it's not going to fit within the framework at McKinsey, and you might get frustrated. In fact, a lot of people that we talk to that leave McKinsey leave primarily for this reason. So we've walked through 10 great reasons to work for McKinsey and 6 reasons not to. Now, if you want to work for McKinsey, we are here to support you. In fact, we help thousands of people every year, and we've helped over 15,000 in the last 15 years work through the opportunities that it takes to break into McKinsey. But what do you need to do to get ready? Well, first of all, you have to recognize that McKinsey is nearly impossible to get into, and you have to get ready. You'll need a great resume, you'll have to network, and you need to prepare for the all-important case interview. Number 2, you need to develop a tailored plan. It can track how you're doing, and it can focus on doing the right things, not the most things. There's a huge difference when you're preparing for McKinsey, and McKinsey's way is the way or the highway, so you have to focus on the McKinsey specifics. Third, and finally, you have to practice the McKinsey way of doing things. You need to practice interviews that are led by the interviewer, not by you. You have to practice the way that McKinsey expects you to prepare your questions for the fit interview, which McKinsey has a specific process for. And we can help you understand what the specifics are and get ready. We have a great team of ex-McKinsey coaches who have helped thousands of people break into McKinsey every year. If you want to stack the odds ever in your favor, we would love to be a part of that for you. If you've enjoyed this episode, we'd love to follow along with you and your career. Please make sure you stay connected, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to reach out if you've got more questions. If the pros outweighed the cons for you in McKinsey and you still want to go for it, then we would recommend that you work with the pros. Management Consulted has the best McKinsey consultants on our staff, and our focus is on helping you break in through Black Belt, at least 8 sessions of one-on-one prep, great digital materials, and even focus on your resume and cover letter, or other resources and articles that we're happy to share with you, some of which can be found in the show notes. If you want to understand whether you're ready for McKinsey or not, you can reach out to us. And if you're from McKinsey and want to share a little bit more about the firm, or if you're from another firm that wants to share how you're like McKinsey and why people should work for you or work with you or buy your products, we'd love to hear from you too. You can reach out for all of the above to team@managementconsulted.com. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to share this podcast with others. Thanks for joining.